Howdy everybody and welcome back to BTD6. So in this video, we're gonna do some medium completions, but first of all, welcome back to the old mic. I am on a business trip, and I thought I have a little bit of time. Why don't I make a video? While also, it just kills some time, right? So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna see. I don't think this should take too long to do just medium mode, especially with the perks. I took off Superstar. Now, I don't think Superstar cares about your original footprint size. Like, it doesn't take into account how big you're going to be. So I think you could probably still fit Superstar Ninja here. But I decided I've done like 3 Superstar videos in a row. So I'm gonna just take a quick break from that, right? At least one day, maybe 2, but I want to come back and do the farming up the Superstar temple. And I have thought maybe the way that I should do that is playing the most effective farming strategy and maybe making a farming strategy guide at the same time, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? And I'll have you know, I'll probably have it recorded by the time you tell me what you think, honestly, if I'm going to do it. But I'd still like to know, you know. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the content. I hope you're enjoying the new mic. I always love to talk about it, always ask for too much feedback, all that jazz, you know. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I know I ask that a lot, but I am always curious, and I usually get like one response to that, which is fine. It's kind of hard to hold conversations over YouTube videos, so instead, I would recommend, hey, join the Discord. You know, we have one. We have a good, like, 20 people in there, too. It's a very fun time. I enjoy it. And I think the people there that are in it also enjoy it. They might not. I assume they do. At least from what they've told me. Anyway. Yeah. I've been thinking... So if you guys don't know what I do for work, I work out in the field. I'm a land surveyor, right? So I've been kind of thinking about that and, the kind of effort it takes to actually work that sort of job. Do you guys do physical things? Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, I mean, I know a lot of you probably go outside or at least do minor things, right? But like, do you make a conscious effort to like work out or anything like that? Because I know without this job, I never really do, right? But it really sticks out sometimes because like, we lift manholes. We one of the things that we've been having to do with the lifting manholes is that they're bolted shut. Right, and you wouldn't think that's a very big issue, except we've got just a very small ratchet, and these have been put on with some automatic tool. Turns out to be a real pain to handle that. So, ooh, I bumped the mic. That's one of the things I can do with this one. Right, I can actually bump the mic, and I think it picks up a few of the smaller noises I'm not a fan of. Anyway, we are going to get an alchemist as soon as we can. Now, to get an alchemist, because we want them by wave 27, really, so instead, we have 2 options, right? You know what, I was gonna do mortar, but let's not be basic, right? Let's try something a little different. Something more unique than just putting down a mortar on this map. Everybody knows you can put down mortar. Did you know that a 230 ballistic missile submarine can also handle the leads just like a mortar does, except he auto aims for you. So even though he has red line of sight everywhere, these missiles actually still do home based on line of sight for other towers and stuff. They can go through walls, which is really nice. Not with his own range though, as you can see. It's only if something else is within range, which is a unique issue to have, that's for sure. Now, I'm tempted to maybe, I'm just kind of messing around on this map. We are on medium mode, so we're not really in any danger, right? I'm gonna, in between these 2 maps that I do, because I am actually gonna do a little bit more than just wave 60 on this. In between these 2 maps, I gotta shut off that fireworks spawn effect. I have no idea why I decided that was a good idea. I am curious. Oh, without guided magic, he doesn't actually put the fire down because he doesn't see the track anywhere. Interesting. we are going to do a Dragon's Breath here. And I think, honestly, that's probably pretty close to strong enough, right? It really doesn't take much to be medium mode. But yeah, like, dude, opening manholes isn't usually an issue, but it has been a real pain with what we've been doing. Anyway, that's enough complaining, right? Ooh, can you guys tell that I don't have a pop filter now on this video compared to the yesterday's episode and stuff? I'm very curious about that, because that was one of the big upsides I was thinking came with that new mic, was that I got a pop filter with it. But yeah, anyway. You know, I'm actually recording this video a lot later than I normally do. I try to record videos at a normal time. My plan was to, basically we work in the field and then we come back to a hotel, because we're working out of town, right? I was planning on just, like, binging this game for a while after I got back to the hotel, but instead I kind of just slept. It turns out it's exhausting work sometimes. Anyway. But I'm hoping to get a couple videos in tonight. I do think... Do we have the black border on this map, or is it only going to be gold border after we finish this? I actually don't remember. We're probably good with just this, honestly, at this point. If we ever feel like we're getting overwhelmed, we can just use Summon Phoenix. Do you guys know what the optimal farming strats are? I understand that if you're doing bosses, you want to do like a... What do you even call that thing? The middle path. IMF loan. There you go. I kept thinking IBM. I'm like, that's not right. Yeah, an IMF loan strat of some sort. Usually if you start with more than like... If you start enough to have a farm to begin with, then you can do some pretty cheeky strats. It turns out starting with an extra $1,000 on wave 1 makes a huge difference, or can make a huge difference in this game. You know. I think I turned on global jungle drums, by the way. I didn't actually mention what I did. And I might also have the land perk bonus. Oh, look at that. So I thought it was tied to range, but very clearly it's not, because that's Benjamin's range. That could make this map have a couple interesting strategies. You can't place him on water though, right? As a hero. It doesn't open up that as an option, I don't think. You know, I was gonna say, or spend 13k, but what if we save like 15k more and we just go Grandmaster Ninja for no reason by wave 60? What do you think about that? I think it's a pretty fun idea. I think I way undervalue Grandmaster Ninja. I don't think I use him very well. Oh, somebody asked about the naming thing, right? And I do actually want to name people. I haven't done it yet, but I am keeping tabs of who said what. I am, the reason why I haven't is, it's very strange. So Steam has a big picture mode and a desktop mode on the Steam Deck, right? Now, for some reason, whenever I launch BTD6, I have to record in desktop mode, and when I'm in desktop mode, I cannot open the keyboard on this game. Now, if I was in the full screen big picture mode, I could, but 95% of the time when I'm playing BTD6, I'm in desktop mode, so I don't actually have access to a keyboard to change the names. Ooh, are we gonna get overwhelmed here? Nah, we're good. I would like that 2k now, though. Oh, do we have... No, we have camo lead because we have this guy. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, he'll handle it just fine. Now, I think the reason why I don't value this guy very much is because you kind of need to buff him, right? And I don't mean with, like, Alchemist. I mean, like, if you do Shinobi buff, right? He goes from having this moderate fire rate with, what, 8 shuriken? 8 damage per shot? Yeah. This isn't gonna do anything. Okay. I forgot you can downgrade the BFB. That's very funny. But, oh yeah, I'm in offline mode right now. Check that out. Oh, ooh, before I forget. Oh, jeez, dude. Alright. What the heck? Where even is it, dude? Oh my goodness. There it is. Upgrade sound effects. Shut this off, dude. Terrible. Butterflies might not be so bad. Anyway, we're gonna go do a little bit more medium mode, because we're here. So we only have gold border. We'll come back to that. Let's check our perks. Alright, I should turn on jungle drums. And actually, let's do heroic start. Now, do you guys have a favorite hero? I'm sure everybody has a favorite hero, right? I'll be honest, for this map, who's good to start at level 4? Let's just do like Striker Jones. Maybe we do Deflation. Yeah, let's do... Oh, actually... No, you can't do Monkey Star Deflation, right? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, let's try it. Let's see what happens. I imagine it'd be terrible, right? Because it's just too expensive. My idea was going to be do a Desperado star, right? But then he can't pop lead because he's too expensive. Yeah. Although you don't actually need that much to pop camo leads and stuff. So like I guess you just... This is probably terrible, right? It is easy mode, so it is pretty cheap. Thank you, Striker Jones, for definitely being a part of this and helping. Alright. So how bad is this? Like, this guy does so much less damage than Blazing Sun, doesn't he? Eh, honestly, maybe with these guys it's good enough. I meant to check if heroes can be placed on the water. Do you guys see the, is this an underwater effect, or is this a water ripple effect? Do you see it on the map? It's probably hard to see from your perspective if you're watching from the, or just watching in post, right? I'm assuming the bitrate or quality is not nearly as nice as what I have. I have noticed, by the way, that when I screen record this game, I think it comes out a little bit ugly, and I don't think there's much that I can do about it, which kind of sucks. Honestly, do submarines just beat Deflation mode? I guess they need a little bit of camo detection, but like beyond that... Man, this Desperado guy probably actually sucks. Let's see what the Wave 40 Moab looks like. Is there any tier 5? You can't afford any tier 5, right? In Superstar mode? Maybe like a Superstar Abyssal Warrior is good enough, though. Can't pop leads. Yeah, because the cheapest tier 5 is going to be Dart Monkey tier 5. And we already know we can't afford that. Yeah, because that upgrade is 12,000, which is 24, and we have 20,200. Oh, it's too bad. Actually, yeah, okay. It is the most expensive, or it is the most... Yeah, let's see how this goes. We one-shot a Moab? What the? You see that? Like, I guess it is good damage. Man, I know I said I wasn't showing off Superstar this video, but that's not really the main point of this video. This is just a talking video anyway. And me just kind of thinking about things. I think I want to make a few guides for this game. I might not be the best at this game, but I feel like I might be in a decent position to make some. I just know that guide content I've made in the past, like, I don't have a very stereotypical guide style of footage making, right? I very much so just like, here's a video, now let me talk over it. But I can still do guide work, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I'm very good at it, right? I don't ever script beforehand. And perhaps I should. Can you see that? Okay. Gives a little bit of extra range to him. Okay, this is wave 47. We still have like 13 waves to get through. I don't have high odds, especially knowing wave 49 exists. You know, there is an alternative to doing, what do you call this game mode? Deflation? Where you can do a Blazing Sun, but you don't buy the camo detection or crits, and instead you can buy an Etienne. right? And you'd think, why would you do that? Well, it gives you camo detection later, and in theory gives you a little bit better crowd control. Wow, you do just lose. That's hilarious. Alright, so Superstar actually makes it worse. That's very funny. Let's go ahead and shut that off. Let's turn on land advantage and see if we can put down a hero in the water. Striker Jones. Can you be placed in water? Oh, jeez. I don't know, on my end, when I make a P noise, it comes across really loud. No, you cannot. Man. You could almost do that if you just had a little bit more range. Hold on. Etienne, where are you? I think this is probably good enough though, right? Like, the difference is that this guy does like... Yeah, he does, I think he does 50 damage per shot, doesn't he? Something crazy like that? He really does shred fast. But I guess if we were actually worried, I'd put down a glue gunner or something. Granted, I don't think we can afford any upgrades for it, right? Oh, we can get glue globs. I guess that's literally something. What do you guys think of Deflation mode? Is it just like the most boring game mode, or do you guys think it's kind of a neat concept? I would say it's a neat concept because there are difficult maps, but I'm pretty sure even most of the difficult maps get solved relatively easily. I'm not sure how Bloody and Muddy Puddles works. But I mean, everybody can do it if there's one solution, right? I guess that's the same for every game mode, but it feels like there's a little less leeway because you don't earn any cash. Yeah, this is probably going to be the closest that it gets. Maybe 49 becomes a bit of an issue. Can I put down I could put down powers. Neat. Do you guys, I know I've asked this question before. Do you guys spend your monkey money? I used to, but I just kind of got everything I wanted. And I know a couple of you, I won't name names, but I know some of you guys use your money to like redo boss rushes and stuff. Or boss fights, continues and whatnot. Well, like, I mean, maybe one day I'll get into boss fights. I do actually want to eventually, but man, they just feel like so far out of reach for me currently. I don't know what it is. They just do. I mean, if we can take down a Moab like that, then we're probably fine. If I'm too worried, I can just use a monkey, super monkey storm, right? We're not super, pushed for being effective. I just kind of want to just make a video, right? Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Going out of town is always weird to me, because, like, it basically comes down to work and then go back to the hotel and disappear. It's like I go back to what I used to do, right? Which is hide in a cave and never show my face. Which is like, it's fine for a day or two, but you go a little stir crazy, you know? Plus, I mean, I don't have my child around or my wife around. It's a little sad, right? Having a 3-month-old baby I can't see. Anyway, apparently I'm just making this a bummer of an episode. How are you? I know I've already asked that, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of just wandering a little bit this episode, you know? I don't know, it's probably Deflation, right? Deflation has very little to do or say. I maybe shouldn't have played this game mode. It's one that is, most maps are solved with just this guy. I'm curious about this wave. Turns out to be zero issue whatsoever. Some tier 5s just have it better, you know? You know, one thing I've seen a lot of people say that they actually appreciate about me or my videos is that they like that I don't use mods. What do you guys think? Do all of you appreciate that? Like, I mean, probably not all of you, right? But like, I'm not gonna get into mods anyway. But like, there's a lot of them that I've found interesting or I've been curious about. But one, my main account is on Steam. I don't really want to ruin my main account. Two, I mean, most of the mods that I see people use, I'm trying not to be rude about it, right? But like, the 25x speed mod and like 200x speed mod or whatever, it's a very cool one in my mind, but like, almost steals from the game, right? Because all it does is brings you right to the next big stopping point if you're struggling or anything like that, right? Which is cool, but like, I don't know, the game's already so short, right? At least if you're going to chimps. If you're going endless and you're trying to hit like the round 100 or whatever, which, has that actually happened? Has anybody actually hit round 100? I know they got really high up there, but I don't know if they actually hit 100. Hey, can you pull tier 5 instant monkeys from free play? Like from wave 100 and 200, etc. I've never seen one through that method. I've only seen it through boxes, and I'm pretty sure it's just only gotten through boxes, the crate collection events. But I wouldn't be shocked if it was like, I want to say the wave 100 win Instamonkey is weighted more by difficulty. The wave 200 one has a little less weight to it, right? Like it's a little more random, right? You're not going to always get a tier 1 or tier 0 from doing a beginner map to wave 200. I think it has has better odds, right? I don't know, I should probably look into how Instamonkeys work. There's so many things to look into for how stuff works, right? Do you guys buy the hero skins? I actually really don't, as you can see. Wow, I really don't. Oh. You know, I think I bought this skin. I think this might be my least favorite of the Churchill skins, which is crazy because this one just looks ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna call it there. I was planning on doing a little bit more, but I'm kind of wandering, so I'll just take a break there, right? Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment if you enjoyed or want to just chat with me. Check out the Discord, and thank you to all my members. You guys are such a huge help. I appreciate everything. Alright, bye.